Here's the punter, Rigoberto Sanchez, on to get us started. And we are underway from Santa Clara. And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go.
First play, and Purdy wants to throw it. Open man is Juwan Jennings. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play. A big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Purdy going to give it to Guerendo. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
But there wasn't much there with that hitch route. They didn't gain what they expected. But sometimes when you call a hitch, you really don't have an alternate to go to. You don't have a second route to throw it to. So sometimes you have to rifle in there and hope for the best.
Now Samuel. And a nice little start as he's able to get this up to the 28. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
19 Tiger. 60 Bobcat. Ready?
Here's Samuel. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Shotgun now with Purdy. That is caught. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts' 13-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. A handoff running right, Guerendo. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Isaac Guerendo. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the 49ers will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight.
It's not often you talk about statement drives coming right at the start of a game, but that was some statement there. That drive took them the length of the field, and as I look at the clock, ate up nearly the entire 1st quarter as well. Great work up front, clearing space, and an ideal finish on the touchdown run.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Hit and drop behind the line by Dre Greenlaw. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Colts in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 13 forthcoming. Off play action. Richardson. They'll roll him out right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. 46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Well, just 2 series in here, Charles, but everything's gone to script so far. They got a touchdown on their first drive. Their defense holds, and now they've got a chance to take a 2-score lead.
And to co-sign with you, exactly the start they scripted up. And really, that kind of start, that can set the tone for the game for them.
Out of the gun, Purdy. That is complete downfield to Conley. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 35.
Well, my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
Here's Guerrero on 1st down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Kyle Shanahan's made the decision. They're going on 4th down. Purdy from the gun. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Deebo Samuel, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Niners' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they've played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So the completion good for 7 there, and that will bring up second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
A short throw. This is caught by Cox. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
He'll let one go deep for Downs. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I see what they were trying to do there, trying to find some dead space in the middle of the field and take their shot right there. A really good idea, but it winds up incomplete.
Lets one go downfield for Pierce. And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points, but he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there.
Concentration, so key on a ball like that. It's hard. I know how difficult it is, but that's a ball you've got to come up with. And instead, a big play is going to slip through their fingers, literally and figuratively.
Going for it on 4th. Here's Richardson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. So the drive stays alive after the 4th down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30. Richardson now going to fake the jet sweep, and he'll throw off play action. Now throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Back to the air with Richardson. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal, because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And this one is incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Now Richardson. Oh, and that is incomplete. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, It'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Now it's Richardson. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
Richardson looking to throw this. And that is incomplete.
Well, if they have any designs of getting back into this football game in the second half, they're going to need to be much sharper offensively than they were on this opening possession. Not much happening here, and it'll lead to a fourth down.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. Richardson going on 4th down. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front. But somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Richardson working from the gun. And he's got Pierce. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 34-yard line. The passing game for the Colts finding its stride, another first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
That is caught. Michael Pittman with it. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Call that a very strong gain of 24. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Yeah, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
He was trying to get that one out to his running back out of the backfield, but that one was read and timed perfectly, and they were able to break it up.
Second and 10 here as we roll along in quarter number 3 from Santa Clara. Richardson. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's Jair Brown who's got it. And the 49ers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
And that has to be a little bit discouraging because after all their halftime talk, adjustments, and points of emphasis, their first drive ends with an interception. Absolutely aggravating if you're a head coach because you spent all that time, gone through every situation possible, and it still ends in a turnover.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
Purdy. And this is caught, Jennings. And they work this out past the 25. 23 yards the pickup there.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Purdy looking to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and it'll be second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Here's Purdy. Completes it to Jennings. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
On the set.
Here now, 3rd and a yard.
Ready. Hut, hut.
A give running left now, Garindo. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down. He hasn't really had a game to remember, but that conversion right there is something to hang his hat on late.
It certainly is. And in these situations, what you're really looking for is the guy who's not worried about his stats, not worried they didn't get 100 yards in a game, but will make that dirty, gritty run that you have to close the game out, as we just saw there.
And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
This has been a tremendous drive to this point, and this is all you want, playing with a lead in the 4th quarter. If you can keep the ball on the ground, keep the sticks moving, you're going to be in good shape to finish this one off.
Another try for Garindo. Down at the 35, it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he'll go down at the 28. 60 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
I think there's a fatigue factor that's kicking in defensively. You know the will is still strong, but I think the offense is starting to bend it just a little bit, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. It's looked that way. We'll see if they can continue this already strong drive. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Set. Set, go.
This is Samuel. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked off by Zaire Franklin. And the Colts are going to get the football here at their own 23. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
You get into these 2-minute drill situations, and you often got tired legs on the offensive line. But these defenders, they've been rotating in and out, and they're a little bit fresher and quicker. And the pressure there forced the incompletion.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
4th down, 10 yards to go.
Come on.
4th down, desperation time. Here's Richardson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Here's Richardson. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, this defense has been physical all game long, And it certainly looks like they're not going to back off and make things any easier. They want to keep making life miserable for the receivers all the way to the end.
Richardson lets one go downfield for Pierce. And this is caught inside the 5. And he takes this one into the end zone. And all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. And unable to connect. They don't get the two-point conversion here. And this one incomplete. So the clock stopped now with 20 seconds remaining. So 20 seconds remain. It'll come down to this. And it's the 49ers who recover it, and that ought to just about do it. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that, just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Now it's 2nd and 10. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. On 3rd down, it's Guerendo. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard stripe. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
Kyle Shanahan, an offensive mind, but his guys stopped up short. And the Colts are going to take over with a football.
Alert! Alert! Get up!
One last shot for Richardson. He's going to let it fly. That's caught inside the 20. And he is in for the touchdown with no time remaining. And Charles, we're a 2-point conversion away from overtime.
And that won't be easy. We'll break down the touchdown later. It's 2-point conversion time. Go to your script, pick your play, and go for it.
No time on the clock. Are we going to overtime, or does it end right here? One final shot. They'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And it is caught. They got it. So a touchdown and the 2-point conversion with no time remaining. And we're off to overtime. And we have free football overtime. Here we go, my friend.
And the way this game played out, this is exactly how it should end, going to overtime, because neither one got an advantage today.
The conditions only going to get worse as we get back to football here to start this overtime. And not willing to risk a return. This ball is going to come out to the 30-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They had that 14-0 lead, but that has evaporated as they go to work here 1st and 10. Back to throw, Purdy. Connects with Kittle underneath. down the left sideline. And he's going to be ridden out of bounds down inside the 25. A huge play there in overtime. And a very appropriate gain as well, 49 yards.
Well, that certainly changes things here because they're in field goal range already, but a field goal, that's not what they're looking for now, not after that big play right here in overtime.
Throwing here, Purdy. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Another nice job there defensively. They've really stymied their passing attempts, and it continues in overtime.
And for them to do that, that means they've had to be cohesive on defense. Pressure in the quarterback's face. Good coverage of not just the wide receivers, but the tight end, the running backs when they try and slip out, and making sure they're at the point of attack. When the ball's in the air, they get there and help force some of those incompletions.
3rd and 1, trying to keep this drive in overtime going. A big one coming up. Once more, Purdy looking to throw. That is caught. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him, and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Purdy now to throw. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And the Colts are going to have it with a chance to win the game here in overtime. Boy, that one hurt, CD. They were in field goal range. They wanted that touchdown, understandably, but now a field goal on the other side would beat them.
And when you get the ball first in overtime, you're thinking to yourself, nothing less than a field goal, but you really want the touchdown. You don't want to put the onus on your defense to try and hold. In this case, they put it on them anyway, but at least they were aggressive, trying to get the score that would have ended the game.
Up to the 20. This being their 2nd opportunity in overtime, 3rd overall drive, see if they can settle into a rhythm.
And that's what you're looking for. Get a few first downs, move the ball downfield, have some confidence, get yourself in a spot where you can at least kick a field goal to win it. But I tell you this, if I'm the play caller, I'm looking at that part of my sheet that says playmakers. Get the ball in their hands, critical situation, now's their time.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They go to the ground again with Taylor.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gain 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 41-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Richardson to throw it. A short throw. This is caught by Cox. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. So he hooked up with a veteran there, and in overtime, that's not a bad idea. Go with the age and the experience.
Yeah, because sometimes the young guys, they give you the fresh legs and give you all that bounce. But in this type of a situation, sometimes those legs slow down a little bit as the enormity of the moment overwhelms them. The veteran guys, they tend to come through.
And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go now.
Up the middle, here's Taylor. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It'll be their second and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back. So it all rests now on the right foot of the kicker, Matt Gay. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. This to win it in overtime. And that is no good. He pulled it just a bit, just a wee bit wide left. And we will play on here in overtime.
Oh, that's so deflating, Brandon, because you know he was thinking to himself, just give me a shot. Just put us in a position to win the game, and I'll get it done. But this kick, not on target, and we'll keep going here.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. That's caught by Jennings. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. One overtime. How about 2? We need another. We're still even. We'll switch sides and have that second overtime in just a moment. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Purdy. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. It'll be a gain of just a yard. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down. They'll try the middle with Gurindo. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Give him the 3rd down conversion. 5 yards on the play.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete. Keeping the aggression going on defense in overtime here, a first down blitz.
You know you can get burned on it big time if they pick it up, but in this situation, they brought the blitz, put some pressure on the QB, and he wasn't able to complete a pass downfield.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
From just shy of midfield, Purdy over the middle, complete to Samuel. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 36.
And that play came together really well for them as he found open space, makes the catch, and gets down to the 1-yard line. You know he's kicking himself right now. He thought he had a chance to get a touchdown and put that in his ledger. Instead, his team gets a chance to cash in over these next few plays.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Cowboy 80.
Handoff here, Gurindo. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Here's Purdy to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
An incomplete pass on second down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
Throwing, Purdy.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
A big call here in overtime. They're going for it on 4th down.
Here's Purdy.
Oh, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Zaire Franklin. And the Colts are going to have it with a chance to win the game here in overtime. Gigantic play by this defense, Charles. So they came back in the 4th quarter, took the momentum into overtime, and now they take the football.
And how do you think the team that just threw the pick feels right now? They surrendered the lead, got to overtime, had a chance to redeem themselves, and now they put the game in jeopardy with another pick. And guess what? Their defense has to hold.
That is incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
2nd and 10. Now Richardson. Pass complete to Taylor. Finding room at midfield.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That last pass puts him over 300 yards now in the game. More importantly, though, big first down here in OT.
And the team around him has a lot of confidence now after picking up that first down. Everyone seems a little more energized. But did I hear you before the game call in and say, this is my quarterback for your fantasy league? Because he just gave you a good stat, didn't he?
He did, and I appreciate it. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Now Richardson.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this will be caught. It's a touchdown. An absolute stunned silence here.